Yo, what's going on, peeps? Be back with another vid. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share. Big up all the subscribers already, big yourselves up. Doing a video about Eric Lamela. Obviously, it's now confirmed that he's left the club. So I just want to talk a little bit about his time at Spurs because he's been here since Gareth Bale left. I mean, he's brought all those players, and he's the last one standing from that regime. So I want to talk a little bit about that, but don't mind me. I've got the sniffles. Ain't COVID, don't worry. I don't know what it is. I think it's a change of temperature in this country, man. But it is what it is. But let's get into the vid. For me, he came in, then it was a record fee of around 32 million. So already had a lot of expectation. I believe we got him from Roma. And, he came with a lot of expectations. Not just because of the fee, just him in general. Argentinian, flair player. And he came in, obviously it takes time to settle, took a little time to settle. But when it looked like he was getting settled, he would get injured. So then it put him back a bit, and then again, looked like he was getting settled. Then he get injured again. But I remember he scored the Rabona in Europa League, and I said, this guy, outside the box, that is audacious, and it was top bins. That's the first thing. I remember he scored against City, he scored a banger against Burnley, I believe, again, top bins. The thing with Eric Lamela that, for me, is I think there is a player in there. It might be a bit late because he's getting on in age, but when he came, definitely believe there was absolutely a player in there. But his injury record and what have you, I think that's what messed up his career for us. Was I believe if he could stay fit, he would have had more appearances than he did. He would have had more goals. So it's a shame, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it real. Let me see if I can quickly find his stats. I probably should have done this before, so forgive me. But I mean, for me, I've always liked Eric Lamela because he gives you passion for the most part, and this is how it sums it up. Here you go. We signed him from Roma, which I said yes, it was 30 million in 2013, right? So in that time he's been here, he's only played 257 appearances. That's all he's made, and he scored 37 goals. Now, if that doesn't tell you anything about his injury record, because you shouldn't be here that long and not be able to muster up more than that much games, which isn't bad, but it's not really great. It just shows you how long he's been out injured. In that time, you've got to be making at least double that, or around 400 mark at least, minimum. So it just shows you what he's been missing. But as I said, when you see him in the derby, he's always up for it. Sometimes he might be a bit too up for it, and he'll get himself sent off, like he did against Arsenal when he scored that Rabona recently last season, which got goal of the season because it was a big game, and it was a good goal, to be fair. And against Chelsea, you see him doing little things to wind players up, and he's been doing it since he's been here. I remember with him and Jack Wilshere was getting irate, and Lamela was just laughing, winding him up. He's got that in him, and sometimes you need a player like that in your team. That's just gonna wind up the opposition and get them drawing tackles and fouls and get them sent off. It's just mind games. But as long as you don't backfire and you get yourself sent off, then it's cool. But it's a tricky one because a lot of fans, it's a bit divided. Some fans think he was not great, and some fans believe he was a good servant, even though he was injured. And I fall in the latter. I definitely thought he was a good servant for the club. He just was injured way too much to really get the recognition that he probably deserves, if we're being honest. Because he has come out with big goals, he has come out with big moments, he has played in games, and he has looked like the only threat. But again, when you come in at that price and you don't really hit the ground running and you don't really deliver. Now, albeit he was injured, people don't see it as, oh well, he was injured, so maybe they just see that you are wasting money. And do I think he's wasting money? Probably not, because he was young when he came in. So you're not gonna really pay less. Maybe it would have been could have paid a little less. Maybe around, I don't know, between 20 million, maybe 25 max. But obviously, Roma asked for the asking price, and if Tottenham weren't happy to pay it, then they wouldn't have paid it, and we wouldn't have had him. So obviously, Tottenham seen something to say, you know what, let's pay that 30, and let's just grab it and let's take it. It's a good offer. We're gonna do it. Finalize that. Can we sign the paperwork? Boom, done. And as for this Brian Gill, he's young. I've not seen much of him. I know apparently he plays on the left wing, where Sonny plays. So we'll see how he gets on. But Lamela will be missed by, I think, a fair amount of Spurs fans. Towards the end of his time at Tottenham, it was a little frustrating because he was getting injured and holding on to the ball too much, not scoring as much as he should, missing easy chances. But for me, I think the Spanish league would probably be perfect for him because it's a bit slower, it's more position based. You don't need to really rush anything. And all the years he's been in the Premier League, he's just not really grasped that you don't have time to do step overs and tricks and fancy dance. You need to release the ball ASAP. Sometimes he does, sometimes he don't. Majority of the time he's not releasing the ball, he's just holding on to it. Really should release it. But obviously in the Spanish league he can do that, and he probably look like prime Xavi over there, because he probably looked like a top baller there because it's so slow, little pedestrian, not quick. So you have time on the ball, you have time to do a couple of step overs, maybe go past 1-2 players and then pass the ball. So maybe that will suit him a bit more than the Premier League, was a little bit more, not less, a little less forgiving and a little bit more on your neck when you're on the ball, pressing from midfield and attack and all that, and maybe that will suit him. But we will find out. And I say all that to say, good luck to Lamela, because he does deserve it, and he's gone to Sevilla, good team. Obviously they just won the Europa League. No, it was Valencia, wasn't it? But I'm tripping, I'm thinking of the other season. But Sevilla is still a good club nonetheless. And wish him the best. He does deserve it. He's got a fresh start. Big up Coco every time. And we see what Brian Gill's going to do when he comes in. He's young, not expected to go straight in the team. Probably have to adjust him and mould him in. Plus he's at the Olympics, so he's probably not going to come start of the season, probably going to miss it. So it is what it is. But again, big up Lamela. Good luck at Sevilla, and just go there and smash it, man. Because your passion deserves something, at least, and the effort you put in deserves something. So this is probably the time for you to go grab it. So go do your thing. You're in sunny Spain now. You can get away from the rain and the cold. Enjoy it. And everyone else in here, big yourselves up as well. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Until the next vid, I'm out of there. Peace.